Weezy taught me that.
What? You know, I'm just a man out here trying to...
Pokemon battle begin!
Maybe LeBron just needs some competition. Someone to go.
I think Bitcoin has a PR problem.
I actually brought these, so if I was going to cut onions, I'd wear them.
Saying is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean?
Right. Like,
Wasn't he in special ed?
Where's the quality?
All right, we back in effect. Positive Overthinker podcast episode. We may be in the 40s now. Maybe damn near 50. But it's me. Humbly me. E.
Trey Guard in the building.
Got space in here.
Waiting on DQ as usual.
Yeah, DQ is late once again. But that's cool.
It's a lot to talk about today, man.
Yeah, it's a lot going
It's a lot going on this fucking Friday. Yeah, that's another thing. We're starting the podcast on a Friday, so this week is definitely just weird all the time.
Long and tiresome.
If you're hearing this,
thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
That's the best thing to say.
It may be Monday when you get
God
this,
Friday,
but we still got 2 episodes in between this to even put up. So
Tomorrow.
enjoy those before this new heat hits you. Big thank you to Greece and India and Germany and y'all boys over there tapped in early.
Yeah, shout out to y'all boys over there. I don't know what we're saying that's keeping y'all intrigued, but I'm glad that we're keeping y'all intrigued. So tap in. Keep tapping in. Let's get into it, man.
And what topic?
I say let's start with the music first. A lot of good music dropped over the last few days.
Oh, yeah, so I guess you can get into it.
Okay, since you said that, I'm gonna start it off with Lupe Fiasco gave you a fucking amazing album. God damn, Lupe killed some shit. Lupe Fiasco. What the fuck?
I didn't listen to it either.
I didn't even know Lupe.
You gotta have to tell me something about
Yo,
that.
Lupe, again, we were just talking about Lupe and how Lupe is better than Jay-Z. Lupe on this album dissects bars and breaks them together and tells you stories, and does it so fucking effortlessly. Lupe Fiasco.
Boogie's album?
Boogie's album is hard.
You just said a couple days ago.
Boogie's album is hard.
This all you playing is Boogie, so
That's all I've been.
is it better than Boogie's album?
Technically, it may be. I don't know if it's better than Boogie's album. It's longer than Boogie's album. Boogie's album is a vibe. Boogie's album gives you feel. That's the summertime shit for Boogie's album. Lupe again gave you another book that you gotta like read and understand, because Lupe is teaching you some.
House I wish was longer, so I'm glad.
Yo, this album is. I've only had it for like 48 hours, so I can't even really tell you. Not even 48 hours. Since this morning, and I played it like 6 times. Yeah, all at the gym. That shit is. Lupe is an amazing lyricist, bro. An amazing lyricist. I've been trying to play it earlier, but we was talking this shit. But Lupe is a fucking amazing lyricist. Drill music in Zion, like. He has some play about his hands and being a rapper, and his hands is talking. Like it is, you don't even get it to the end of the bar because he's like, and you don't even use to write raps no more. And then and you're like, oh fuck, he was talking about his hands. But like, it's some that type of shit. Lupe Fiasco, Professor Lou.
Professor Lou. He is a professor now.
How do y'all feel about that Drake album?
I actually like it. It's not that bad.
I haven't heard it.
I wouldn't put it in my likes. It's not one of my favorites, but it's a Drake album. I would expect that to be making carnival type music. You know, like some shit you can just vibe to. But I say like probably I think it's Sticky and Fall Too Hard or some shit like that. But yeah, saying all together, it was a good album. But a lot of people was expecting shit from him. I don't like can't be expecting shit from artists nowadays. They gonna give you what they feel. They might change it up. Artists grow. You feel me? If you're a fan of him, you gotta expect the bad and the good, whatever you think it is. You feel me? Because there's a lot of Jay-Z shit that I don't like, but I'm still a fan.
There's a lot of Jay-Z shit you don't like.
Yeah, I didn't like the Blueprint 3. I didn't like what's it called? It wasn't American Gangster. It was the one we made, the one after retirement.
I feel like that's when Jay-Z got better to me.
He did get better, but that album wasn't it.
The one Jay-Z album I didn't like was Rock La Familia, The Dynasty.
Yeah,
That's the one I didn't like.
It wasn't it for me. That one added like
That's
two
like,
good
that was
songs.
just some quick shit.
You feel me?
Real quick.
Yeah.
Had like 2 songs you could bump on that.
Listening back, it was probably hard, but like the way it sat and the way history dealt with it.
All the albums that came after that kind of overshadowed.
Yeah.
Blackout. I got that shit in my car right now.
Nigga on CD, nigga.
On CD.
That's crazy.
I got that shit in my car right now.
That Black album. Remember when that album came
That's
out?
in the wild. Yeah.
A while ago.
I play that shit. I have no skips to that shit.
It's
I like the
amazing.
American Gangster album.
I like that album.
Yeah,
too.
that album was hard.
I remember Say Hello was my little MySpace profile song.
Say hello
Yeah.
to the bad guy.
Yeah.
This nigga was vibing. Oh,
Yeah, that was my
this
shit.
MySpace feed was a vibe.
MySpace
When
was
the
a vibe.
MySpace made a comeback, dog,
Oh shit.
what would y'all do?
It might.
What would y'all want them to, if they bring it back, what would you want them to bring back? Top 5s, music page,
Oh.
shit.
Definitely music page.
What would you want them to add now?
I think MySpace, they did bring it back, and I think MySpace is mainly towards artists. So you can still go make a MySpace page right now. And it's geared towards artists and somebody who's actually a content creator. I think Ashton Kutcher bought that and sold it and tried some shit, and Justin Timberlake and all that shit like that.
Do you think it's gonna? I mean, Instagram and all these little social media shits, you know, they're kind of shaky right now. Think there's gonna be a new one to come out, or you think TikTok is gonna take over this shit?
Nah, TikTok taking over this shit.
I think there'll be a new one. There's always a new one.
There is. Yeah, line. There is always something.
There's always a new one. You got there's certain staples though. Snapchat's a staple. Instagram is a staple. Facebook, I want to say Facebook could fade away, but Facebook is also a staple. So
I don't think Facebook is going anywhere. There's too much for you on Facebook. Old people, young people, it's too much for you on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is mostly
That
for
shit's
like
not-
family,
Yeah, that's a
family-oriented platform.
They might get rid of Instagram before we get rid of Facebook as a whole.
hell no,
Why not?
it's too much on this. Everybody got like, I don't think so.
Everybody don't got.
I would say-
everybody don't got an Instagram, but almost everybody got a Facebook.
Everybody got a
Some
fucking Twitter.
Twitter too.
Everybody don't have a Twitter.
I don't have a Twitter.
Twitter's probably.
I have a
Twitter's
Twitter,
actually
but I
probably
don't
the
use my
least. The
Twitter.
least. Like out of all the social media, they're the least popular.
Twitter's the easiest to get grabbed by. You can go grab some stuff off of Twitter. Newsworthy.
I feel that.
There's a lot of Twitter. There's a lot of information, but there's a lot of misinformation also.
On everything.
So, a lot of people on Twitter like arguing about bullshit and just.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a lot of condescending energy.
I've been
a
thinking
lot
about
of-
just deleting my Twitter altogether.
I like Twitter though.
I use Twitter for like crypto and NFTs. That's what like the information is for.
I don't use
I
it at
use it
all.
for music information, bro. Really, truly. I'm a good music
it.
I was trying to hold on to it, but what these crackers doing, bruh? Why they overturning this Roe versus Wade, bruh? They're trying to police women's body. Basically telling, hey, can't get an abortion. They're giving it up to the states, but there's already 13 states that already have the play in motion to just no abortion at all in these states. And that's fucking crazy, bro. That 70-year-old, 80-year-old white men are making these decisions for the world. And they're not even going to be in this world in the next 30, 40, 50 years, bro. This shit needs to stop.
That's the problem.
They're making decisions based off old ideologies and shit.
In a world that's
And also, and I hate to say it, but also religion plays a
big part in politics.
yeah. But in this situation, religion plays a big part. Conservative, Christians in Kansas and Idaho and Oklahoma and random ass states, bro. They go by the book, bro. That's where most of these fucking politicians are from. That's in Washington D.C. They're from these fucking random ass states, Bible Belt states, bro. So and it's fucked up. That delusion is about to cause a lot of demise, a lot of anger, a lot of turmoil in people's lives right now. And that shit in itself is gonna make people turn away from religion. You feel me? And that makes people look at religion in a bad ass light. Even though religion isn't necessarily bad, bro. But when people play religion and take it to delusional levels like that, that's when shit gets real dangerous, bro. That's when people start killing about this shit.
Well, that's why there's supposed to be a separation of church and state.
Yeah, but now they're mixing it together. They're bringing it together. They know what the fuck they're doing. They know that's gonna cause fucking. It's gonna rile people's emotions up. Cause not everyone can rationally talk about the situation and calm cause there's a lot of emotion in play, bro. But this shit gonna get crazy, bro. And it's like, what's the trickle down effect to this shit?
What's the population?
Nah, like what other laws could they reverse on us, bro?
That too.
You feel me? What else do they have in mind to revert on us if they want to? That's what's scary about it. We don't know what's fucking happening. It's pretty much we're just like vulnerable as fucking. We're just sitting down waiting, and we literally can't do nothing at this moment, bro.
Because there's power that be.
Well, they can't revert the Constitution, and we know in the Constitution, we learned this in previous episodes of that certain people, they don't have the same rule over. But as far as to go,
no one's gonna be talking that Moorish talk. There's gonna be a lot of people talking.
You ain't sending the video?
No, I know. I have the video. I seen the video, but I'm saying most people are not gonna be talking that.
I'm talking about with the license plate.
Damn, I was supposed to send you that, bro.
Okay.
Bro, to cut you off. He sent me a video of people with the license plate on there, and they have the Moor symbol on their plate.
The ID. The whole thing, there's certain ways to go about it. Huh?
Like showing how the logo look or whatever.
Yeah.
No, on plate. On identification. It's the same way as long as you
traveling in your car. They already know.
And then again, like you said, this is a lawyer, this is legal. And if you've seen a lawyer that can defend you, he's gotta be something for it. There's gotta be. There's a lawyer that can defend you and he's telling you that no, he's right. If he can go back to a Supreme Court case and say, listen, Supreme Court says this. Or you can go ahead and sign those papers and say, no, I'm guilty. Those are the options. It's just the pressure that you felt to fall upon with the rest of society, because again, because we use these types of titles, like I told you before, as soon as you start to put a title into something, it's already a certain expectation or certain power you give it without even like understanding. Once you get that title of blank, garbage man, policeman, mother, father, that title comes with some type of power. Husband, expectation. That's what comes with some type of limitation. And it's almost like, unless you know who you are and your title and where your square is, you can't really, you have to fall into that system. Like, except for all lawyers, all judges take oaths. They abide by this oath, which is why people go to jail for sanctions and shit that's not law. Code violations, statutes. None of those are law. But since we're all operating in this fictitious way of life, you gotta fall for it.
It's just wild, man. It's just crazy what's happening out right now. I mean, it's not surprising that they're doing this, but it's like, wow. I really care that much about this shit. Like, bitch, we just had a couple jits get knocked off in the school. Police did not bust in that school at all. And this is what y'all are pressing about right now. So much other issues to worry about. Other things I could have saved in the past.
Hold on, there's another thing there. Police aren't here to protect you. Police are here to protect the code and code breakers. That's what they're here for. It's a complete, that to protect and serve shit is bullshit. That is fact. That is their oath. That is what their law. That is police. They're not here to protect you. They're here to protect the code and capture code breakers or violators of the code.
The sanctions.
Yes. That's it.
Breakers of the code sanctions.
G shit. They didn't have to run in there. It's not their job.
Broke code 1281C. So, bitch, you get 25 years in prison.
But somebody who wants, again, somebody who wants to play that role as officer, that is your duty. It's not your job, but it's your duty to go protect those people. But you don't have to.
But it should have been their fucking duty to protect them jits, bro. Out of all motherfuckers to protect them goddamn kids, bro.
Of course. First and foremost. But again, I'm talking about the ideas that we put on people. The sanctions that we put on people. The titles.
But that's the world, though, bro.
No, it's not. That's his job description. In his job description.
No, I'm talking in general. That's the world, bro. People just put titles on shit because it just makes it easier to remember, bro.
Yeah, but
Think about it. If everyone's moving out without a title, bro, there's gonna be a lot more clashes, bro. You know, there's clashes with titles, but imagine the clashes without titles, when everyone feels entitled to something now, because there's no separation, there's no structure. When there's no structure,
Agreed.
you feel me? Where there's no type of structure, that's when madness happens. So there has to be some type of structure and some type of...
Agreed. I agree 110%. So, does that have to change? Cops it has to be written in that they have to give their life to protect somebody. Because that's why, I think that's why they shoot. They shoot first to protect themselves. And they're taught that. They're taught that. They're taught, say, he has a gun, blah, blah, blah. This is the way they're trained. It's all in the training.
It's manipulation. He has a gun, he has a gun. That's like commanders, probably some shit.
Uh-huh. He's going for a gun, and then that justifies.
His hands is up, though. Let's go for a gun. The fuck? Nigga, last words.
But that justifies, again, on paper, that's how they get out. It justifies, oh, I feared for my life. He may have had a knife. He may have had, I don't know what he had in his waistband. He reached for his waistband. But again, all this goes back into what comes with that title. You may expect them to be one way, but in all reality, they're only bound to protect the code. Law's crazy. This nigga DQ ain't coming. $20 minutes in. Long story short, I think we should all focus on, again, education and knowing this part of history. It's the boring shit. You feel me? It's the boring shit nobody wants to actually read and know about and understand. But once you do that and you know the truth, it kind of like unlocks all that other shit.
How can you find the truth boring?
Yeah,
You
that's
can't.
what I'm saying,
That
bro.
you can't. Exactly.
I was about to say, it's like, bro, as much as you want to feel like that's the truth, bro.
It's law. You can look this up. And you have to follow law, right? That's what everybody else is following. That's what everybody else is doing.
But even with the Moorish thing, man, you don't think that could possibly be over-exaggerated? I mean, it could probably over-exaggerate. Niggas could rewrite that same shit, bro. Over-exaggerate.
How?
I mean, how?
You write the Constitution?
Bro, if they put it on the internet, bro, anything could be manipulated.
I agree, 110%.
So
Listen,
it's
I'm
like-
not saying that. So you take it back to the source.
It's like, bro, I'm not saying it's exaggerated, bro. But there's that little small percentage. It's never 100%, bro. There's always that percentage where it's like, this shit could be exaggerated, it could be bullshit, and there could be a whole nother truth that we're not even privy to right now, that we might be privy to in the next 5 years, because some new information may come out or some shit. So it's like, it's. I don't know, bro.
I
It
understand.
fucks your head up, bro.
Yeah,
now
it
I see
fucks-
why niggas go mad, bro, because it's like, bro.
Exactly. That's what it's supposed to do, though. It's supposed to fuck your head up, but you have to take it back to, again, what everybody else is playing this game, is playing it off the Constitution. If you actually read the Constitution and understand what it's going hand in hand with, you may see shit differently. When you see how things are still being played the same exact way it was in the 1700s when the shit was written, the same exact shit is happening the same exact way. You read George's speech. That's a real speech. Go look up George Washington in the Old Fellows Convention. Read that speech. Shit is happening today. That shit is in Congress. Congress.gov to go read that motherfucker. It's not hidden. It's there. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other shit that I have not been privy to. I'm sure there's a bunch of other shit that's nobody understands, but there's shit that's already out there that we have to take in, that this fucking country was built on. These lies and myth truths. And we can see them clear as fucking day, played out 200 years later. Shit is nuts. Shit is nuts, and they can just keep maneuvering the way they are, building this web, sticking this fucking web on top of the fucking Constitution, which fucking frees you right in Section 6, Article 2. Unless you know to look there and take action after that.
I see what you mean. They put basically.
The Morris Sundry Act.
Exactly, I know what you mean.
The Morris
They
Sundry
put
Act. That's
a
exactly.
bunch of, like you said, codes, statutes that aren't even supposed to be part of law, and they put it
You've seen the definition of driving and traveling for yourself.
Yes, sir.
That's not like I didn't like
I don't drive. I
travel.
in my car, bitch.
Exactly.
I have the right to travel.
Unless you're working.
Unless I'm working, then I'm driving.
Yes.
In my vehicle. Because I'm making some money in my bitch.
Yes. Other than that, you're just traveling on the road.
My car.
In your automobile. Not the automobile. Automobile is used for commerce. Or whatever. Again, you gotta know your...
I said car, vehicle. I said vehicle.
Yeah, vehicle.
That's why I said I'm traveling in my car.
Mm-hmm.
I have a car.
Mm-hmm. And that is in... The Supreme Court said this. See what I'm saying? So I'm not like...
I read that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So it's not... It can't be that far-fetched. It can't be that far-fetched. There's just a way and a reasoning that it'll apply to you. There's steps that need to be had before now in this new system. You're right. Nobody's born with this knowledge. So that means we need to go backwards. There's steps and...
No one's born in a generation before wasn't born with it, and the generation before wasn't born with it. So that's why it makes it so fucking hard to believe to most people.
What's crazy is... What's crazy...
Like 3 generations, no one's just been teaching us this shit. We've been getting ripped from all this shit, fed this new shit, and then at the same time, niggas just come with this shit that we supposed to know, and it's conflicting with the fuck going on, so everyone's fucking confused.
And everybody's like, now everybody sounds crazy. So when you hear them niggas on the corners preaching all that dumb shit, and they're like, damn, he's right, but he sounds...
I don't want to look crazy.
I don't want to look crazy, exactly.
So now it comes down, and now it boils down to the social factor of humans, bro. You want to be accepted and shit, bro. You know, be outcasted when you start to speak certain truths or perceived truths, you're outcasted, bro. Then what happens? You're outcasted, bro. And nobody wants to be outcasted. Everyone has outrageous thoughts. Everybody have them. But no one says them because they don't want to be outcasted for them. They may feel like it's too wild or it's too conservative or whatever the fuck, bro. So they don't say it because they want to be accepted, bro. So that's another battle. That's gonna be a battle that I don't think anybody can win, bro. Because you gotta win that battle between yourself, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can do that. Nobody can win that battle for everybody else.
Because you could say some wild shit in the crowd, and the crowd will give you like a surprise, whatever, gas reaction. But half of the crowd will be like, damn, I feel the same way. But at the moment, you feel like...
Taking that step, though.
Yeah. As I said, in the moment, you feel like the world is against you, or I'm like you said, the black sheep. But again, half of the people in there feel exactly on the same level as you. But again, they probably envy you more because they're afraid to voice that to the crowd because they don't want to get that same feeling of because they're gonna front it the same way. Because I think the same people who fronted like whatever you said was so crazy.
So distasteful.
They do the same shit. Same shit.
Most people, bro, it's projection, dog.
110%. 110%. We gotta learn to start like, I mean, that type of shit is not harmful. You feel me? Projecting, and that's almost like part of being human. You're gonna have these social cues, and you're gonna move with the crowd. That's just human nature. Like you can be that lone wolf that goes against it, but 90% of the people are gonna move with the crowd. Again, that's human nature. I think what we need to start doing is like punishing that person who is going against the grain.
They've been doing that, bro.
And stop persecuting these people. And stop making them feel ostracized.
Oh, you said stop.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said start. Like they've been doing.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. That needs to stop. Just like understanding that not everybody.
Just let them live in this alternative thought process. Whoever believes that. You know?
Yeah, you can still move with it. You can still. It doesn't stop your ocean from moving, but you don't have to be harmful to another being for
A different way.
difference of opinion at the end of the day. It's not.
It just shakes up. Like I said, certain opinions or certain thought processes shakes up people, bro. Ruffles their feathers, however way.
Would that be the structure? It's not the same structure we were talking about earlier. You said it needs structure, like it needs a title. Like, okay, like brother, sister, okay, understand those titles and what they come with. But when your brother does some wild shit, like, the feelings may change. Like, that's still my brother. But to the person.
Just like you told me today, bro. Your family's your family, bro. They ain't never gonna fucking change, bro. No matter what. If they're in prison, whatever, however you feel, bro. That's your family. That's probably you grew up with. Had certain emotional moments growing up, all that. They seen the worst of you, seen the worst of them. That's the shit you can never take back, bro. So that person, no matter even if you're pissed off or just super disappointed, if they died, you gonna fucking cry.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, bro, they matter, bro. That title matters, bro. As much as I hate structure, the structure matters.
Okay, that's okay.
So
That's the yin.
As much as I despise structure, because I like to just
That's
move
the yin and
freely,
yang.
I understand the importance of structure, bro. I'm not just naive to the shit.
And that's the necessity of it.
Yeah, there's a practical reason for it.
That's the yin and yang. For sure, though. That's the yin and yang of it all. Because your brother could be, again, I always use that because we could use the word, I don't know, any name, squirt gun, water gun. You understand it in terms of brother, and so I say titles mean nothing. It's what that bond naturally knows to you. And cavemen, they didn't have brother or comrade or whatever. They had, all right, this is my sibling, my twin, or however the fuck they grew up. This is my mother's other child. This is my father.
How do you fucking know that came into that?
What do you mean?
My brother, nigga.
Like they
They didn't have names. They didn't have titles. I'm saying, like, I always like to go back to, again, first people, raw emotion. I don't even think the father was there. Think about caveman shit. I don't even think the father was like there. It's probably just all woman who took care of the child.
Certain areas probably, yeah. I'm sure there's a couple fathers there. Bro, certain human emotions just never change. It's always gonna be a caring. Speaking of males, there's always gonna be a caring male who's a little more sensitive. That's gonna more stay at home and want to take care of their family in that way. It's gonna be more men that's gonna want to go out and hunt and take care of their family in that way. So I'm sure there was in certain areas there's cavemen that was with their fams and in the crib, whatever shit, you know.
You called the cave the crib, son.
Back in the cave.
In the cave, whatever the cave is, the crib. That's where they live, right? That's the crib. So, and I'm sure there was motherfuckers outside, and I'm sure there was motherfuckers slack ass niggas that ran off on their fams. Said, fuck this shit. Bitch, I want to be free. I mean, fuck the bitch. I'm going to another tribe on your life.
I definitely believe that.
So,
Because cavemen, who knows what they're doing? Just like nomads.
Yeah, they're all nomads.
Yeah, think about it.
or gypsies.
Same shit. Nah, something had to happen. Intelligence had to come from somewhere, somehow. The alien.
The caveman is the aboriginal, bro. Like, I don't know if you can say the caveman, but the caveman that we speak of is
guess
the
that would come with fire or
look
some
up
shit.
look up an aboriginal person. They look like a caveman. They would look like what a caveman is. The caveman is probably what we westernized.
Are we talking about like
Aboriginal people? Those are the original
from
people.
Australia?
Those are like what we would consider cavemen. They would come the closest. So that's why I feel like they model cavemen under the Aboriginals.
I think
so. I feel like there's because Aboriginals are totally different from Indians. So I feel like the Aboriginals are the cavemen they speak of. They were up there, whatever, doing their thing, and the Indians may have, you feel me, met up, whatever situation, and taught them certain things. And there's development, mixing, you feel me, progression. That's my theory about shit. I feel like the caveman is.
You're probably right somewhere around there. You can plug that in somewhere.
I don't think caveman is because when niggas speak of caveman, they can't bring it to. They can say, "Oh, caveman." Let's really bring it logically, bro.
Okay.
Like Aboriginals, just like you talking about the Twa people.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the 12. Okay. When I say caveman, I mean first for people. I just think just like raw emotion, what they would do with raw emotion. But caveman, you have to go like Cro-Magnon and Homo sapien and all the different skeletons that were found and who they were as far as caveman. Because I think that there are two different species.
I think that were all part of Aboriginal people, bro. Just like us as humans, we have skinny motherfuckers, fat motherfuckers. Feel me? Wide body haver, bro. I feel like for the Aboriginals, there was something like that. There was something in a sense like that. They're still Aboriginals, but they had, you feel me, whatever body type. So the body type could be the little Homo sapien shit you're talking about. Little skeletons you find and shit.
Nah, because that's DNA. Like, you have to really go into that shit. When you really go into that shit and, like, understand that there was different type of people on the planet for different time periods, it's different. Like, you have to understand who these people were and what type of evolution they went through for this time period. Like, caveman, I don't got the shit up on me. He's like the from ape to standing up, the evolution chart. Those are like representations of different skeletons they found, and they call them different names. There's different names, different time periods. Like different Cro-Magnon lived between 36 BC and XYZ, blah blah blah, and then they whatever evolution. The next one went here. But I believe that there's two different species on the planet, and now there's just a lot of hybrids because there are some people who naturally can't like reproduce, and that's just like the RH. You have to look in the RH gene and the RH factor. That's some other shit too. The rhesus gene. That's some other shit. I have to do more research before I speak about it online, but that's some shit to look into to see like how people work, and like that's like the trace back to that evolution chart. It's nuts. Rhesus gene, RH factor. Look that shit up. It's gonna fuck your head up. Blood types and all that. Melanin. Think about melanin and what melanin is. Two different types of melanin. We've done this. Hue melanin, pheomelanin. Hue man. Hue as in color. It's different. You guys go back and research all that deep dive. We gonna come out that deep pool though. We gonna swim to the shallow side. It's getting hot in here a little bit. Y'all want?
Bro, I was in on the fucking caveman, dog. Shit.
It's just different shit.
Nah, but I believe that. Cause when I think of cavemen, I always think of them where caves are, mountains. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's some real wild shit.
You feel me? Like there's only
no
people
logical
in
thought
the.
to it.
You
It's
feel
just
me?
like,
There's
they
only
put
people in
their
the mountains. Like nah. I
Yeah.
can't only believe that.
Exactly. Aboriginals been out there forever.
Exactly.
In the fucking hot desert Australian sand. They're out there. Niggas don't even dare to go out there where
They
he's at.
already know.
niggas
I
don't.
think in Australia
Yeah.
they have it's just like how they have in the Seminole shit. They have a whole brand to them. You can't fuck with it. You can't even go on that shit,
Bro,
unless you like have ties.
I think Australia is probably like a little bit smaller than the United States. I was just looking this up. And I think like 9% of Australia is like actively populated. The rest is just like a big ass desert. And up there, that's where they live. Up there, you niggas don't, you can't even like, you can't survive out there. There's another tribe, what's the tribe? Off the coast of like India or coast of Africa or something like that.
They can't go to and they sparing. They were
Yeah.
sparing. I know what you're talking about. It's like off the coast of like.
It starts with an S.
I know fucking.
An
Sri
SOS.
Lanka, man. It's off the coast of Sri Lanka.
It's like an SOC, the name of the people. Though.
I forgot the name of the people, bro. But they tried to like get them before, like back in like the 30s, 40s, and they brought like 2 adults and some jits. The 2 adults died all the time. The jits were like fucking getting sick or whatever. And they brought them back. But when they came back, they brought them back hella diseases to this shit. So since then, they didn't want no outsiders come to the fucking little island or whatever. So anytime people try to come, even like during hurricanes when the Indian or the Sri Lankan fucking motherfuckers try to like check on them, make sure they're good, they were sparing them, bro. And like they were talking about these spirits can go like 60 to 100 feet, bro.
I think even still to this day.
Yeah, they just killed a motherfucker
Yeah.
because it was a mission. Some missionary motherfucker trying to go bring Christianity to these motherfuckers, man. Speared him off top. Like, bro, like, and it's like it's illegal to go to that island, bro. It's to the point, even helicopters, they spear helicopters, bro.
Apocalypto.
That sounds like that place.
No, there's another one that's like scarier than that.
They tried to spear helicopters, bro. It's like, bro, you can't even. You can't get it. You have to be a certain distance away from this.
Yeah, I think that they have like boat rides where people like throw them oranges and shit like that. Whatever, but you can't touch that beach.
Bro, you can't. I don't think you can feed them outside food, bro. Because
Look online. There's a video of somebody like there's like a boat tour. Somebody's like trying to throw them shit, and it's just like, but you can't get off that boat. So you're not like you gotta get like 100 yards away from that. And
you get off that boat, your ass is toast.
I forgot their name.
But it's like your ass is. It's like I just put myself in that position, dog. Like if you come off that shit, these people gonna be touching you, and you can't do nothing, bro, because you make a move that offend them, probably, bro. Kill you right there.
Oh yeah, that boy gonna come out the bushes on your ass, nigga.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
hype.
They already got
Nigga,
niggas that's
come
on
with me.
go, bro. Feel me? Papua New Guinea, bro. That's probably the first little island I found out about, bro. That's like close to like Tokyo, or one of them. It's the Pacific coast. It's in Asia somewhere. One of them motherfucking shits. It's an island, bro. That shit is they're cannibals there, bro. They eat people, bro. Legit cannibals. Papua New Guinea, bro. People go there though. People go there all the time. But they legit eat folks, bro.
Fiji Islands and shit like that.
Yeah, bro.
Hawaii was like, you know the story of Hawaii? Queen Cali of Hawaii? Yo, that'll fuck you up. That'll piss you off.
Nigga, tell the story.
I only get it right, but basically, this is the short story. California was like the last nation with like indigenous people and the queen, and they ran it like that, and she wasn't giving up her land. And she fought through them, they fought back, she wasn't giving up her land. So they tricked her into to offer the land. They tricked her into take her to the UK or some shit. So just to like be nice or whatever and try to show safe face. And when she was off of land, they robbed them. they stole Hawaii. It wasn't given, it was stolen. They stole Hawaii. And wouldn't give it back. They held it. I'm telling you, look it up. Look at the true story of the Queen of Hawaii. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. It sounds like some Disney shit. It sounds like some pirate shit. But no, they invited her off. And they stole her shit. and they held her over there for a couple extra months or some shit so they can go do what they gotta do and let her back, and she was already done. I don't even think they let her back. Don't give me that. But look it up for yourself. Queen of Hawaii.
That's why people in Hawaii to this day don't want folks coming over there.
They call you Howies. Oh yeah, they mopping you.
Hawaii's beautiful, bro, but they want people to come over to that shit, bro.
The real ones don't. Stay the fuck up off. That's that. You seen the movies? Get off our fucking beach. You seen all the Hawaiian movies, nigga. The real true Hawaiians do not fuck with Americans. Do not fuck with nothing over there. Cause y'all niggas stole that shit. Y'all niggas tricked our queen off our land and came in here and just bulldozed some shit. And they do with everything else, and now it's just part of the 50 states. She wasn't going for it until you had to like basically force it. Yeah. Now we celebrate it and put it on quarters and shit. Yeah, we celebrate the fucking conquering of Hawaii. Shoot up fucking resorts there. Crazy shit.
Never.
Yeah, I never knew that shit, bro.
That's fucked up.
It's fucked up. And I'm just telling you, like, again, bullshit hood story of it. Look it up for real, for real.
That shit probably deep, 'cause they probably not really still playing, but they're probably knocking off her little army too.
They have to. What you think? They got their guard down. She think it's alright. She gave him okay so she can go tell him, nah, we straight. And while she over there on some peace talk shit.
Probably trying to make a play with the Queen of England and all type of shit.
Yeah. And she come over here and now it's like, give me your shit. Crazy. Some crazy shit.
It's crazy America didn't really try that in the West Indies, though. They didn't
That's
really
probably
try
gotta be
those
something.
in the West Indies, man. Those Spaniards and the French. English was not having that.
They had already set it up. They just wanted to land. Yeah, think about it. All them shit was already like, Haiti was already taken by France. Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know who had them.
Nobody had Trinidad.
Oh yeah, I think they were the only free ones. Pirates. We already know the British Virgin Islands.
Jamaica was Spain at first.
Yep, Spain, Mexico, still Spain. All that shit was they were just finding shit popping up and just conquering it.
It's called Jamaica, called Spanish Town.
There's a city in Florida called Plantation. Shit is crazy. Again, that shit from yesterday is still right here. Still right here. Just advances. It gets deeper, so as we get deeper into it.
Broward is fuck. Shit. You guys think about how racist Broward probably
Brown was racist as fuck. Go back 50 years or so.
I think Broward was like a retirement community though. It wasn't even for like I think Broward was built to be like again a retirement community like Boca and shit like that, for just like for old folk. So y'all really just came in here and just ruined.
I think that's what Miami was.
Look it up. I'm telling you, bro. I don't like the recipe.
Miami too.
Miami too.
Miami was Miami Beach and all that shit. That was definitely
Retirement.
old people.
Yeah.
And the Cuban migration changed that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You had your parts where there's black people and shit, you know. And they couldn't even, like, the black people there couldn't even go to Miami Beach at a certain time. They had to leave, like, at around 7 to 8.
Mm-hmm. And they created it.
Shit.
Boom. Swinging
It's good.
like Spider-Man.
Yeah, more like a
Like Batman.
Don't count him out. He's going to pull up.
Thank you, good God, for believing in me. What's good, y'all? What did I make?
We're talking about how racist Brown is right now.
We
How racist
introduce.
Broward probably was.
Let's introduce DQ to the podcast, though, before we just jump in, give him the proper introduction.
Congo, what's going on, man?
No, just again Broward history. I was telling him it was built. It started off for a lot of it. Started off as like a retirement community.
I can see that being possible.
So it was more for like retirement D's, and then I guess
The calmer Miami.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're just saying Miami was a retirement too. Old folks.
Gangsters don't die to get chubby and move to Miami.
Exactly, retirement.
Change my word.
From like, let's say the 50s to the 80s in South Florida. Stuff like how it developed and shit.
Cocaine, especially South
Yeah, I
Florida.
know cocaine in the 80s, late 70s, 80s, but I'm talking about like, let's talk about 60s and the 70s. What happened then that changed shit then? Because all them other cities start getting built like Hollywood and Tamarack and Coral Springs and Plantation. Like now all these other cities now is not just Fort Lauderdale anymore.
Yeah,
It's not the coast town anymore.
I would say again, like you said,
What the fuck happened, bruh?
Jamaica coming up, Haiti coming up, Cuba coming up. You got an influx of immigrants coming up. They gotta
Vietnam War.
live somewhere. Like you said, a lot of Cubans that just kept going north, settled out up here. You said Jamaicans, they came out here, same thing. Haitians, they found their way over. They gotta put them somewhere, especially since the 60s and 70s like that.
What's the drugs?
I have to think about it.
What's the drugs, man? Crazy enough. That's why Florida's probably.
Niggas, those my scissors?
No.
I lost my scissors, my orange scissors.
That's pink.
Oh, those are pink?
Yeah, those are pink. That's why I know it's not. Niggas don't never steal the pinks.
Them shits look orange as fuck from right here.
It's the light.
When's the last time you've been to an eye doctor?
I need to go see the eye doctor.
You should see what color is favorite.
Contacts is fucking with
Contact's
me.
not contact.
Not at all.
Connected.
Still gonna fuck with me now. It should still look orange.
How was y'all week though?
It's chilling, actually. I worked hard for the first half and now I'm chilling.
You had a different schedule this week.
I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
That sounds
I thought it was Sunday. It feels like Sunday, so I'm off like a motherfucker. I should fuck my whole shit up. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought yesterday was. I didn't know yesterday was Thursday. I never see like regular shit on a Thursday. Fucked my whole understanding up. But I did find. I went Funko hunting. I got some Funko Pops. Check out Funko Fonzarelli on YouTube.
Oh, okay, alright. Deadshot's new.
Yeah,
And Captain America is new.
yeah.
And Conan.
And Conan is new.
I went to GameStop.
I got this for Father's Day. My daughter got me that for
GameStop
Father's
and I
Day.
seen like a cool like 1,000 of them joints, and I said, "Where the fuck is E?"
Get my
Does he
stash
know?
on. Get my stash
Commercial
on.
University's GameStop. It just got a gang of these hoes.
Oh,
and I
I'll be
seen,
over
like,
there.
They had the Office, man. People. They had some lit shit in there, nigga. Like I was like, I'm
They
about
had
to start
The
killing.
Office?
They had fucking Dwight,
Bro, you shut up.
They had fucking they had.
Oh,
they
I
had
make it
Michael,
him.
They had Michael when he was on crutches or some shit like that. Like
Oh,
they got different. I was like, nah. Anyhow, they got like what's his name? Not Cleveland. What's the nigga's name on there? It looked like Cleveland.
I thought that was Dwight.
Nah, he's talking
Dwight's the tall Ray
guy
Wilson.
that
Dwight's
doing a
a
pizza
tall
hut
white
thing.
guy.
No, I'm not. I want that
You don't
guy.
fuck with The Office?
Nah, I ain't never seen that shit.
Bro, The Office is hilarious.
Not a
If
damn
I have
thing.
not told you that shit.
It's an acquired comedy.
It is, but it's.
I think you gotta like dry humor and shit.
I love it. That's what I'm saying. I love
It's
dry
so
humor.
good. Like The Office. I heard like It's Never Sunny in Philadelphia or some shit like that. It was another show.
I watched that for a few.
That shit good.
I heard that's good. But Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I watched Curb.
That's a classic. Like I've seen some.
Parts
I went
of
back
it
and
good
watched
too.
Curb, and then I seen mad actors in their beginning years. Like I because obviously you can see the years of when these episodes are aired. But I used to watch Curb growing up. But I went back and started like, everybody rewatched this shit, and I was watching, and I was like, yo, they got all types. Like they had what's his name? The episode with who played Saul? Gotta Call Saul. The nigga that's the lawyer for Breaking Bad. Yo, the episode he is in on Curb Your Enthusiasm is hilarious. Like he's talking about how he's a porn star and they had to have a dinner at his house. The shit was just so awkward, dog. Like the nigga was like, if you know anything about that nigga Larry, dog, like he's just definitely a hilarious guy. He just be genuinely trying to ask questions that don't need to be asked. Like he's just the epitome of that guy. Shit, sometimes I can be that nigga. That's probably why I fuck with him.
Yeah, that show, I fuck with that show.
How you been? How your week, Drake Guardian?
Oh, he's been fucking drained. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this week on.
So you missed me, man. Never heard you talk like this when you see me a lot. Never. I missed you too, kiddo. No, they don't. Let me get a raw with
What did I see?
Nah, I only get raw to people that love me.
Let me see that water real quick.
How was your week, brother?
Tiresome.
Fuck yeah.
Getting home at like 11.
Wait, nigga. You see? Sorry, Space. You were saying?
Power washing at work.
Oh, that boy extended the resume, huh?
Yeah, man. Gotta get those hours, man.
So you flip that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Release week.
Oh yeah, release week. Bro, I've been promoting this shit. That's what I'm saying. Just doing that in between power wash and then DoorDash. I'm just like, bro.
Tired.
Probably like 4 to 5 hours of sleep a day.
Release for Snow in the Spring on all platforms now.
Yeah, featuring 612.
That's why it's what's the name, bro? Niggas play that single game.
Beat by Super Mark.
Yeah. Why you slap me?
I always forget, bro. My bad, bro. Super
Mark.
Mark.
Yeah, listen, if there's any nigga that's out there getting his credentials out there, it's definitely Super Mark right now. He's the only producer, not even that I know, the only producer out here still playing the comments game. Like, you know how you see like a viral post from Double XL on Twitter, and you look in the comments, Supermarket is right here with a beat, saying, what do you think about this beat? And I look at, I'm like, bro, I know this nigga. And I was like, yo, this nigga Supermarket be on everything. Because that's somewhat of like, I can't tell you how many times, like,
It's marketing.
Like, the good and bad of it. I mean, niggas put in the comments like, check out my new single. Like, it's like everybody trying to promote their new single.
Hey,
but then there's that one or two comments that say niggas say, I ain't gonna lie, this shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie, this shit was dope.
Shit.
I ain't gonna lie, this
I got a
this
couple
and that.
follows off that.
But that's how you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, if you get a post and that shit gets numbers, obviously you in the comments with it. Like, link to my new song. Like, you know, like, that's how, like, Facebook is. Like, you got a Facebook picture, whether it be whatever. You got literally usually hundreds, thousands of people that you actually know. And then you just put that in there, it's that much easier for them to reach you and have a connection. Like, they're like, oh, I just saw that picture of you at your baby shower or your cousin's friend. This is whatever. You at the basketball game. And they also go see your comments right there. And they're like, oh, you make music. Oh, you see the music. It's not so much like, oh, they're looking for who's the funny person on the internet. This is a motherfucker that's known you probably for numerous years.
I did that on Instagram or like, cause like on Twitter, that shit works on like Twitter, cause I did that before, but it's like a fine line, cause you do it too much, one, people will block your ass, and then like, I remember I got like a ban, like shadow ban or whatever ban on Twitter for like a couple hours or a day or two, cause I was posting on the comment shit. So,
Hey,
I'll do
man.
it on cloud space.
Nobody else is gonna do it for you.
Yeah,
Do it.
that's a
Believe,
that's a fact.
Instagram will block you too. You do too many comments and too many likes in a certain amount of time. You won't. They'll stop your likes. You won't be able to send them more likes.
That's crazy.
Comments too. Comments. If you leave too many comments in a certain amount of time, for like bots and shit, they think you blocked. Like, nah, you've done too much, so we can block you for the next hour.
That's crazy, bro. See the structure to everything. You thought you was free on Instagram, bitch. You structure that too.
Who thought they was feeling Instagram? Once you started seeing Instagram started changing up the algorithm to not time, and the shit was just a bunch of hours later posted. I'm like, how? Where's the nigga that just posted today? I don't see his post. Like, what?
3 days ago, right?
4 days ago, sponsored post. Like, bitch, what? I seen this already.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah, you know, it's the algorithm, man. You gotta know how to work them things better.
Yeah.
You know. Hey, Drake album still riding. What are you talking about?
Talking about that earlier
We
too.
skimmed on it.
I never heard it.
You still haven't heard it?
That's fine.
I haven't heard not one,
For those that it's there for, it's there.
not one bar.
But you heard that West Spot Boogie though.
You fucking right. I heard that Lupe multiple
I ain't heard
times.
that Lupe.
Lupe
yet.
shit is fucking
I ain't heard Lupe yet.
amazing.
I was listening to the Coaches.
Let's take it back to that.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to Logic for dropping his project. Coming out of retirement.
Florida, the Cochise guy.
His project was damn well.
Logic was
Good
dope.
job.
I like Logic.
Carry. That project is very good.
I like Logic. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright, so
Let me see that grinder. Dre, let me see your grinder.
what was it? What's the name of it? Yeah, the Coaches album I was listening to. I ain't even touched the Breezy yet. I'm gonna set that aside. Don't look at me about my fucking papers, nigga.
I don't worry about that
Nigga, I'm cool
spring.
with you right
That
now.
spring.
I don't care.
That
I don't
spring
need
clean
niggas to
too.
I don't know why you turned up on me.
I'm turned up on you because you keep looking at me and staring at me about my papers, nigga. That's why. If looks could talk, you'd be screaming, nigga.
You see how niggas be treating niggas on the mic? On the mic.
On the mic.
But yeah, that spring clean too currency.
Real rap raw 25 days, nigga. Fuck, I don't fake for the cameras. That's where y'all niggas fuck up. Y'all try to be somebody else on y'all podcast. I just hold back some of my realness. And I'm forever real on this fucking anywhere. Thank you,
We
Space.
hear you.
Feel me?
Podcast Q.
I like that.
What the beat?
Q.
These niggas are dumb.
I like that.
Oh.
These niggas be using their cool voice when the mic turn on. Using words they don't use on an everyday basis. I'm not talking about y'all. Jeez. You always feel attacked. Why you so defensive why you so offended with your defensive ass?
Offensive with your
Oh,
defensive
my
ass.
Why you so offended to
Oh
the
my
words?
god.
That was a bar.
It wasn't
You never heard that? That was a yeah.
I think so.
That was it.
Sound like yay.
It does sound like it.
Hey man, y'all saw that Mario and Mario shit?
Nah.
So highlights. I think Mario was roasting his ass, bro.
Hey man, that is crazy.
He was doing like roasting there. He was like, yo, y'all niggas sound fucking
He said y'all sound terrible. I ain't gonna lie, it was the epitome of R&B petty niggas. Every R&B petty nigga was there. Like
That was like the R&B hater bar right there, bro. Like all the hater R&B niggas that really hate on each other and the love.
not even
Came out last night.
Yeah, like it wasn't even like right. It was the player haters ball last night, dog.
It was the R&B
Niggas left sound.
Nah,
Hey, that
it
nigga,
was
I can't lie.
Definitely
What
the
was it
player
called?
haters
Hey,
ball
player
last
haters.
night. It definitely was. Hey,
Yo,
hey,
that
hey.
nigga Omarion was sour as fuck at the end of the show, bro.
Sour. And nigga was too
Dog,
sweet.
And
if you ask
then
me.
that boy Mario, like a little bro to him, was like, yeah, you know, all the things we did came out together, put his arm around man and all that. I was like, damn, this nigga Mario going crazy, bro.
Yo, man's was eating watermelons on stage.
Yeah, I seen that. I'm like, that's a stretch, bro.
It was. I
He
mean,
didn't know what to do, bro.
What do you mean he didn't know what to
He
do?
didn't know what to
The
do.
sad part is that wasn't
Big
like
part of that.
that wasn't like on the fly idea. Yo, go get me a watermelon right quick. Nah, niggas plan that. Wait till we bust out the watermelon together on this nigga, son. We gonna kill him. You're sick. Yo, and then when I start grinding on the floor, ooh, these bitches is gonna go crazy. Mario ain't gonna know what to do with himself. Then I'ma
Bobby V come and sing with me. Ooh, we go. Yo, if you ever thought like how all of this was all planned and so bad, like if it was just all an improv show, it would be so great. Like if this shit was whose line is it anyways, it'd be great, nigga. If they didn't need to have a versus where the niggas just pop up out the crowd and like, yo, I'm about to sing your song with you, fuck it. Like, so what? I'm not on this song. I'm gonna sing it with you. I love it. I know every word.
was trying Ray J. They was singing his song for him and shit.
I seen that. Ray J was tight. I seen that.
Ray J had him shit on stage.
Bruh. Ray. Hey man, Ray J need the help up there.
Hey, that boy Ray J a drunk uncle, dog. That was his vibes up there, bro.
I ain't watching, so I can't tell you. I just seen this.
I didn't even know. What day was that? Enough clips.
It was on Versus.
It was enough.
I mean, like, what day was it?
Yes, last night.
That shit was last night.
Dog,
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
I was watching the fucking.
Jeremiah went up there sounding horribly. He was up there sounding horribly.
Jeremiah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Mario the only nigga that
I
was
thought
actually
Omarion
like
would
singing,
have had.
bro.
I thought Omarion would have had it in the bag for sure. But
You disappointed me.
no, not even disappointed. I didn't watch it, so I can't even say. But what I do know is that Mario's definitely a better singer than Omarion.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, Mario could definitely sing, bro. Live.
Yeah.
Not just sitting
like
on
I
the
was
corner,
like
live, that nigga.
I was like, yo, it don't even matter if this nigga Mario mess up on his own words. He's actually on note and key. This nigga Omarion is like, and singing with Jeremiah, and they both off, with Ray J off, and then Robbie Valentino in there with them off, and it's like, this is getting out of hand. All you niggas use auto-tune. Y'all
Dream
niggas
would never.
Yeah, you don't even put the dream in none of that.
Exactly.
Don't put the dream nowhere.
Yeah, sure.
I never really know what the
I
dream
should-
sound like live, brother.
I'm talking about as a
I don't know about live. I'm talking about.
live.
He wouldn't be. He got too much money to be over there.
Usher
fucking with
sounds
that.
good live.
Yes.
Oh, you seen it before?
No, I think Usher can sing. The notes that he sings and and he's been singing before autotune was a crazy thing.
True.
And it's just like when you listen back to the music and the capability and the voice range, and that's that you know.
Usher been singing since he was like 12,
Yeah.
professionally. He been
Like, and they was talking about that, Beyonce got that new single. You can't take my son. But she,
I'm gonna catch that in like Macy's or some shit.
Yeah, I didn't hear that either.
it sounds like it's a dance vibe, whatever. It's a bold song, but either way, it's like how Beyonce makes certain singing sound so easy. Like she'll be doing like like you know how hard it is to do that and then go up and actually put something out that's actually catchable and on note. Like
sounds good.
Like that. What I sound like low as shit, but she'll be
soprano type
on.
shit.
Not even as soprano. She'll go low, but it will be belted out, and it's hard to put that out, and it's a tone. It's not just. It's literally like on key, on note, and it's like she does it effortlessly, and it's just like you don't realize that until you start seeing niggas live. Like how hard it is to sing these songs and do music until you're live. Like niggas say that like. It's like even when you I've seen the process of recording, making music, so I can see it like there's performing the verse and then there's recording the verse. Two different things. You know what I mean? So like when it's performing the song and singing the song and writing the song, it's always different things. But like you see these singers up here that have been reliant on auto-tune based career, and they start hitting these shits live. It's like yo, they don't got the tune on the mic.
Unless you T-Pain.
You ain't got the tune on the.
They can actually sing too.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like when they tried T-Pain early in his career to say, you only do auto tune. You can't really sing. And they heard T-Pain real, and they was like, oh, like
real.
Look how many people go do Tiny Desk. I mean, it's not necessary, but if people,
I think Usher finna do one too.
Who?
Usher.
They said that he might, but
I think there's a. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going there unless you're ready to be like, I'm about to bring the acoustic version of my music, which is just gonna be me and instruments. It's no effects. There's no none of that. It's real. Like you do one bad note, it's gonna echo through this bitch and through the whole bitch.
switch off. Your background singers go off. It's heard. It's like, ooh, that's not how the song sounds, and that don't go. It's that quick, and then you got to worry about.
But I'm pretty sure they do dry runs before they.
No, you would think so. We talking about Bobby Valentino and Omarion and all these niggas.
These niggas smoke weed and drink Henny, bitch.
You would think that they did some dry runs, but clearly they was running dry.
Boom, boom. I like that. That was a good one. That was a bar. Another one. DQ footed them today.
I got bars like Highways got bars.
I don't expect Bobby Valentino to give me a good show.
I don't, but I like the song Anonymous and Slow Down. Yeah, let me show. Yeah. That shit hard. When you start realizing it was more of a writing and song and the vibe versus the niggas notes. Cause like
the technical ability was
but he was doing
the recording technical ability, but live technical.
No, I'm talking about yeah, you're right. But I'm talking about like the runs and shit that he was doing. Like you look back, it was kind of forcey. Tell me I'm so like it's like oh me baby. Like it is very timid. It is very not like very powerful. Like I've heard Usher come on a song. What is that song? I'll be your groovy baby. That nigga came on that shit on a falsetto.
Hello?
That nigga came in. And you came in like, oh shit, what is this nigga about to do? What is this? I don't even know.
This nigga sound crazy.
That's how he started the song, bro. So that's what I'm saying. I don't even question it with Usher.
Oh, I know. Let it burn?
Not Let It Burn. No, that's Superstar. Okay. I'll be your groovy baby.
Mama Burn, he came on some shit like that. Some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like nigga come in.
That shit was hard,
you try to repeat it and you're
that
like,
shit was hard, man.
You try to repeat it and you're like, hold on.
I was a brat.
That nigga just.
Did that nigga punch in?
You like,
I was straight through.
Yeah, nigga just right through.
He was feeling that bitch.
Yeah. You feeling ain't somebody for somebody.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, the vibe in that studio session, bro. Imagine that vibe.
Yeah, you can't get that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't even question it. Now look back at Omarion and how he comes on maybe sound like I was just listening to Bria's interlude, the shit with Omarion on Drake shit. And he came on and shit was.
He's a decent singer too.
But it's easily repeated. It's easily to get that note and sing it in that tone and project that.
Like Mario hits better on a soft tone.
Like
what was that one? Like following the girl dancing and shit.
I like that touch.
Yeah, touch.
Like that touch vibe, that's his vibe.
Alright, perfect example. You said it. Listen to the singing of that song. There's gonna be nothing making.
That's his vibe.
It's not hard to do that. It's not hard.
But that was his hit though.
Yeah.
That's what fit him though.
But I'm saying like
he went crazy.
No touch. Yes, Omarion. Oh, like, but it's not hard to replicate those notes. Icebox. Let me say.
Look at my icebox.
Yeah, it's not. He never really takes it crazy there. Shout out to my nigga.
You don't see him take experimental notes. Is what you want.
No, it's not. I know what I want. It's not. You stay.
We can experimental.
You stay in your range. You stay in your range and you stay safe. Like there's nothing wrong with that. But some artists and some singers have a wider range than others, and that shit will expose in a live battle performance. You go live versus this nigga go live. They don't like, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga ain't even doing his songs how they supposed to be done. He's just killing them, singing crazy. Like Dre always says, it's performing a song and then it's doing a song live. Like there's recording a song, whatever. But like when you're doing a live version of the song, it's a different version, and you're supposed to do that. Like you're supposed to want to give a different vibe. So like it's like when you see somebody doing that live, y'all ain't gonna tell me my grabber was burning like that?
I'm looking at it. I'm like, why
I
is
wasn't
it?
even paying attention.
I was. I'm looking at it like.
I'm smelling. I'm like,
Why
that's
is-
space put a lot of grabber in that slip. But that shit smell like straight grabber in there.
I thought that's what you're supposed to do.
I look down, my grabber is burning away, dribbling. But yeah, like
I'm not trying to.
niggas stay safe, and art is not about being safe, motherfucker. So you know, us on this side, we like to push the limits, and you know it'll show.
Guard, HG shit.
So like, you know, I think that's the thing with the long in the long term, the longevity of niggas' careers. Like, look at Whitney Houston. Like, she's praised for her voice.
But Whitney had range and she was capability, and it was been
But
proven.
that's what exactly what I'm saying. She has all those things. That's why you can be a longevity artist. Once you don't have certain of those boxes of having a limited amount of range, a limited amount of content, whatever you're talking about, however, if you put yourself in those limited boxes, how can you expect to be around forever? Like, I look at it like how they market the music nowadays. Like, there's a marketer that was telling people, like, yo, when your music starts, you gotta need to start your music earlier. Like, and it makes sense. Like, your song starts, people want to hear it 3, 4, 5 seconds into the song. Niggas want to do the slow build up for the song and intro and all of that. And it's like, this may not be the perfect song for a playlist. Like, but that don't mean that the song don't vibe. Like, look how fucking Usher Let It Burn came on.
It was a big thing for the playlist though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a longevity thing. If you're making music for the playlist thing, then yeah, it's just gonna bust. But once niggas start going into whatever NFT LimeWire is and whatever music you riding around from there, and your song not coming on. It's not fitting the mood. It's not right for the moment. So it's like, take it with a grain of salt with how to do some of these things that attract people and still do what you want to do at the end of the day. So like, you know, there's a balance of everything, but I feel like that's the hardest part is when the artist that is very artistically inclined has to become the business inclined artist. And only the best at that, finding that balance within themselves succeed, I feel. You gotta have some sort of balance of knowledge in business and some sort of knowledge in the artistry and whatever you're doing. Like, you can be the best and nicest nurse in the world. If you don't know the procedures and they do at this hospital, it doesn't matter. You can draw blood fast as ever, but you don't know how to work the new systems. You're gonna take the nigga fresh out of college that only knows the new system. You gotta learn how to balance it. So it's like, it's just the same thing with music. It's a new system right now with the market in the world. But you gotta figure out how to make that shit work for you and still put out your music that's relevant to you. Put out your art that's still relevant to you. But that's me, you know, what do I know? I'm just a black man, you know, coming from a black guy, you know what I'm saying?
And your opinion counts.
To those that it counts to. To those that it counts to.
To motherfuckers in Greece and Germany and India.
Hey man, that's how I feel.
Hey man, appreciate y'all one more time.
Nigga, my homie was saying something the other day about how you know, niggas don't respect it because you in the mud with them. So that sink in.
Yeah, I'm trying to
come up.
I said
they don't fuck with you because you haven't come up.
They don't respect it because you in the mud with them.
Right. Everybody listening to Jay-Z because Jay-Z's up here. They don't respect it.
They don't. I thought you said expect it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, respect. You said respect it?
Yeah, you said
okay,
respect.
Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that's
like,
real.
Like, cause niggas that's right there adjacent to you, like, how you gonna tell me about this, nigga? You do this right here. But once that nigga starts leveling, it's, oh,
big bro.
I ain't gonna,
What's up,
I gotta listen to him, yo. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga on the job. I gotta fuck with him. And it's like, because I'm in the same struggles with you.
It goes back to, this kind of ties into what we said about structure, bro, in titles, bro. Subconsciously, when a nigga comes up in the music game, or say he gets signed to a label.
You're signed.
Yeah, you're signed. That's the title. You're signed now. And the niggas that's in the mud is obviously independent, unsigned artists. So now you have that title. So now niggas they want to be, it's the title of being signed subconsciously clicks in like, oh shit. He's higher up than me. Even though it may not even be, he may be in a more fucked up situation. You may be better off independent, nigga, but you subconsciously gonna be like,
the perception.
Yeah, the perception of it. So that shit crazy, bro.
It's true, cause nigga, it's like on an everyday of when, you know, like niggas be giving advice, niggas be telling you about things that they experience and life lessons, shit like that, and that shit fall on deaf ears. Like I like to pride myself on perception. Like I for surely look at things my way, and I'm very stubborn and hard-headed, but I'm always receptive to another way of going about it and looking at it, because I'm sure that the way my mind thinks is not how everybody else's mind thinks. So there's a slim chance that I'm gonna have the similar point of view with everybody at certain things. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a gift and a curse, man.
Sure.
I mean, we come on the pod and just come chuck up my mother down.
It's self-aware.
I'm marinating what you said. I'm marinating on what Pee-wee Wong he said. They will respect it because you're the member. That's real.
Let's talk about, like, I don't know, something else.
Yes, it's been a heavy day today. It's all
We've
kinds
been
of.
talking about some lot of heavy
It's been a heavy week. It's been a
Man, it's been that snow in the spring. What's your favorite bar in snow in the spring?
Favorite bar?
Niggas on
Grandma's presents in the house off the flower scent.
Huh?
Grandma's presents in the house off the flower scent.
What does that mean?
That means off the flowers. Exactly what I said. Off the flower scent, I can feel my grandma's presence. My great grandma.
She's still around?
Nah, she's not around. You know what I'm saying? That's the last thing, like, I remember her on, like, off the flower scent. Like, those flowers that was at the funeral in 2001.
So every time you smell flowers, you think about her?
Those flowers, yeah.
What kind of flowers are they? You
God.
swear niggas know all of this. What?
Nah, I forgot.
He's like, off the flowers set, you don't know.
I forgot the
Like,
names.
what? You don't know about my grandma, my great grandma and my flowers?
But I was explaining it to you. Because you was asking it. But yeah, I don't know the name of the flowers.
That you was explaining to me.
Because you was asking me, and then you made it do that. But yeah.
I like the first bar on the gate, about to go me a flight, go off to another land. I think of that in not an actual sense physically, I think of it like a mentally thing. Like even like smoking a joint. You can't hear you. What?
Yo, the last buzz, we blessed them down.
Yeah, blessed them down.
Yeah, last buzz, we blessed them down.
Yeah, my uncle, he grew weed in his garden. So his last tree was hanging, and we just blessed him down, we built him up.
Blessed them down.
Actually, Evan got us lay on time.
Let's get the words tangled up.
You can ask him.
What was it? What bar?
The bar you said.
Yo, your last buzz, we blessed him down. Cousins took us for a ride cruising downtown.
Cousins took us for a ride cruising downtown.
Scared to slip on the ice.
That's
No snow on the ground.
Casamigos for the night.
Just flocking around.
What's up, little nigga in the sea? Yeah, you slid. Don't be shy. Come on.
Shit was hard.
Come on, you slid. You're a good writer,
that
bro.
was the start
I
of the
promise to
segment.
God, you're a good writer. Once you start actually owning it, you're gonna be that nigga, bro. You already are that nigga, but once you own that nigga in you,
He said, "Oh, that nigga."
you laughing. I'm dead ass. Once you got that confidence, because it's like I feel you. It's a balance of like being humble and like knowing your strengths. just like, nah, I know I can do this. Like I tell niggas all the time, I'll freestyle battle anybody. I don't care. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hold my own against anybody.
I trust that.
I don't care. I'm gonna use what's my strengths versus whoever you are. You could be the most lyrical miracle. I'm about to crack on your ass in this raps. You could be the most.
That's true.
You most witty nigga with your shits. I'm about to show you that I got wit and I got bars. I'm about to pull some words out with my vocab. Bow. And you gonna be like, oh, okay, a nigga flip that. Or I'm a, do the whole. I never lose with the storytelling, making up a story, paint the picture vividly as fuck. The niggas be like, yo, the nigga, that's real. I know a situation like that. And this nigga Drake guy the other day was like, yeah, cue freestyle right quick. And I was like, you never asked me to freestyle, nigga. He's like, I'm just vibing. Keep freestyling. When I finally tapped into like getting a real freestyle, I made it about like some toxic ass relationship. And this nigga went right in to go make a song about a toxic ass relationship. I was like, oh, the guys be connecting, bro. And it's like, what? Yeah, like I didn't know he was gonna do that about that song. I was like, I'm just feeling the song, rapping, freestyle, like two different things, and I made a whole story up. The engineer, shout out to J-Rock, he was like, yo, you're fucking crazy, bro. Like, he's like, you're a sick nigga making up that story. And then Dre goes in and talks about like a toxic relation he talks about in the song. And I'm like, wow, look at that. Like, he didn't even speak on that. He didn't tell me like, yo, keep freestyle about something toxic. Like,
I use an idea, but
you didn't use my idea. You had a whole song already.
Yeah, but it's along the same lines, parallel.
Not at all. You had that song before you asked me to freestyle. You had that song completely written out. It's not like you took my idea and like took pieces from my story and then went in there and recorded it. You had a whole song that ironically fit my random ass freestyle.
He was the opener, is what he was saying.
I'm saying that sometimes the beat talk to you, Clark.
That's exactly how it goes. Sometimes the beat talks to you.
What's the wildest shit a beat told you?
Oh, shit.
Make that ass clap, bitch. Make that ass clap.
It's in my phone, I think.
What?
Nah, it's saved in my phone. It's my drive.
What, the wildest beat you ever heard? Or?
Yeah. It's just a random freestyle.
Oh, so you heard
Yeah,
the beat?
I was just freestyling to some shit.
What did the beat say to you though? Not what did you say to the beat? Like, what was the beat telling you? Like,
oh, in that sense.
That's what I thought you meant. Like, that's very true. You said, because obviously me and Drake are.
I was talking about actually it was the time when I went up to bury my father, and the whole George Floyd thing was going up, and I was traveling through Iowa. I don't know, Iowa's right below Minnesota. And they was saying like, yo, come up. I was like, bro, we can't even get through. Like, what do you mean come up? You got your shit boarded at all. Like, if I get through, I'm not coming out.
Yeah.
Type shit. You feel me? But yeah, I was rapping about that.
That's crazy.
So
You don't think so?
Yeah, that's probably the craziest thing we ever told.
What about you, Eek? I know you still rap.
I don't still rap.
I heard them bars.
I don't still rap.
E go by a different alias and he got a whole career.
I wish. I wish.
I would love to hear that shit.
Me too. I'm probably nice, nigga. I'm probably nice.
Hey.
I'm probably nice.
That's the humble in it right there, being humble.
But I wish I could have like new bars, like oh man, I listen to.
So you think your brother's a better rapper than the rapper you was? For sure.
For sure. I was never a rapper, so I have to say he's taking it 10 times farther than I ever did. So in that aspect.
What's your favorite bar for Snow in the Spring? If you have one, or
no, it was that same rhyme scheme that you broke down.
the whole story shit, right? Yeah. That's uniqueness for the night.
because I watched it. I lived it when you watched
You
that.
right there. Passing them Casamigos in the hose.
Nah, I wish I was there.
Yes, he was.
I had my baby with me. My wife was
Brought
with
your
me.
son inside the party?
I would have, but nah. So I stayed at my aunt's house. But that shit we seen on, that was the beginning of it. That was it right there. That story Royal told on that podcast episode, it's a real story.
Yeah.
I didn't even post that episode either.
That's good. Family Tribe ain't out yet. I can tell when Family Tribe coming out.
Don't even, hey, listen, we done told y'all enough. Alright? Trust me, y'all gonna know when it's out. You heard? You heard? And don't expect it in July, you sure? Or don't expect it in July, you should never know. You know? And you don't know? Why y'all shaking your head? They can't hear y'all shake your head. Why y'all shaking your head?
Because the voice, bro.
That nigga swear it's not an audio experience.
Shout out to Grabber
No. You know how many times I hear that?
for the
In the midst of
ambiance.
the pod?
The ambiance.
All the time, that'd be me.
Big lighter
Hey, them
as
niggas-
well.
Out there have black lungs. What's the craziest thing a beat told you, Dre Bar? You gotta speak up, bro. I can hear you.
I don't know. I'm talking all about shit.
You asking the wrong
Give
person.
me one.
You asking the wrong person. You have to ask Young Horny.
Oh, you right. You right. You right.
Don't ask Draco.
Young Horny knows exactly what was said on that beat. It gave me a real eccentric, deep energy. I felt
Bright pink.
what? You already know it. When Drake, I said Drake. When Dragar makes his Pink Matter remix, it's going crazy. Alright?
That song's gonna go hard.
His Pink Matter remix is going crazy.
That song is gonna go hard.
I be having the tools, just niggas don't want to ever come to the shop.
That song is gonna go hard. Pink Matter.
Beats told me to say a lot of wild shit.
Just give us one example. Please stop saying.
I can't say it off top. I gotta go on my little notes, bro. I wanna go on my notes and go try to go find them.
Well, you can't do that right now, so just give.
I can't tell you off top. I've said some crazy shit. Off top.
Don't you feel like that's what you said to the beat? Like the beat wasn't like telling you like, you know?
There's a
I
bar.
probably said some sexual, super sexual shit to it.
There's a bar.
Put a verbatim.
Actually, there's a bar on one of these songs on Family Tribe that I think some people may find or may hear and take the wrong way. But
Pink little toe.
yeah,
What's the term?
because pink toes means white woman.
Who said that?
That's the term.
And who?
Look it up. I'm not lying to you.
Well, tell them.
It's a racial term.
Tell them what we talking about, because it's not what we talking about.
I didn't know you was talking about that song on talking about that song yet.
We
It's on
talking
Family
about it.
Tribe.
Yeah, but you talking about it. Tell them what the pink little toe is, bro.
The term means what?
Yeah.
Is that what y'all are talking about in the song?
No.
No. What did y'all mean in the song is what I'm asking you guys. Jeez.
What was talking about? Pussy.
All right, there we go. Let them know. We talking about that pink
Pussy. in
little
general.
toe, baby. We are not talking about the white.
But in his verse, he was talking about it melanated, but it's pink. I think that's what he said. Melanated, but it's pink or something like that. But
She said,
I can't remember right now.
Superlingo, melanated, she walk, ass fat, she talk.
Yeah.
Melanated with a pink toe. Melanated with a pink toe. You asking me? You think I don't know the words?
That's what it was.
Trust me, man. How we feel feeling like.
That was told to.
Yeah, but nah, that song's definitely probably one of the crowd favorites. Like, I haven't ever had a bad response to that song.
That accordion is crazy. I like that. That shit sticks out.
Yeah, the accordion. Yeah.
That was used properly.
Shout out to
The
J.
accordion.
Oh.
Tune Jones.
Tone Jones, man, fire.
Tone Jones.
Fire. Oh, you know what album? I gotta talk about it. I'm sorry. You know I'm a music man. There's this chick named Ombre. A-M-B-R-E.
Yeah, I seen hers on Tidal. I meant to talk
You've seen her probably on like maybe one of somebody's random project. She's been around. Hey. Vibe. Okay? She got J Electronica on the last track. I was like, who? How'd she do that? She signed to Rock Nation.
Of course.
Signed to Rock Nation since like 2019. She only put out EPs, but she's a vibe, a balanced vibe. She's dope. Shout out to Ombre. She had like my tweet on Twitter. A lot of these artists that I be talking about and posting, they be liking and reposting my shit. Like Mano reposted when I posted about the Lobby Boys. Man, that episode on the Joe Pod is crazy, hilarious. I ain't even talk about that.
I haven't watched the Joe Pod in some days. I gotta catch up.
I had my catch up this week. Yeah. But yeah, this shit crazy, brother. This shit crazy. Where we at that time, man?
That time? No, my cousin got into a car accident, so my phone was alright. Oh, you mean time on the pod? We had a $136. If y'all want to get into this Lupe album, because we all know the Boogie album was amazing.
I liked it a lot.
Boogie's album was amazing. Boogie always hits me right in the feels. The nigga Boogie
I ain't
is
gonna
my
lie to you, every time I hear or see his name, you come to mind.
Boogie's my spirit animal.
I had to fall back and then I got it right. These niggas ain't bluffing, niggas be bluffing, niggas ain't done. Hey, and that was the single. I forgot all about how much I like that song, and we talked about it, and then it came into. It's like how we talk about it. Sometimes a song is fire,
in rotation,
and then in rotation, it sounded that much better. Like it came on, nigga. I'm listening to the album, and I heard, mind you, I'm in there bouncing, nigga, and I'm singing the words. I'm like, that's my first time hearing this album. How I know this song? I was like, oh, this is that single he dropped. These niggas be. By the time it came to the chorus, these niggas be bluffing, niggas ain't bluffing, niggas be drunk, these niggas be bluffing, niggas ain't nothing.
Boogie
niggas
like
ain't tough, they just high as hell. Niggas say I don't be saying the words. I don't like that. I don't like that.
This nigga Boogie like, but he made like all his albums are always like cohesive. They always have like the same feel, the same vibe, but like growth. It's all like a little bit better. He's always in a different place in certain relationships and certain people. Like
yeah, that shit was basically narrating through a therapy type of session.
That too, just
and balancing with the toxic
split
things
personalities. We're talking about split personalities too. We was just talking about that.
Alright.
But if you listen to like Boogie, like from Thirsty, from like First 48 all the way up to now, it's really just like all continuous. It's one all continuous like vibe, almost like Logic shit. Listen to like not the first three, the third three when he did like the spaceship Logic shit.
Oh, Incredible True Story.
Yeah, that leads into like the next 3 albums is all one album. Supposed to listen to that shit like collectively from like beginning to like the ride and they're in the spaceship and they're having spaceship talks about the old Logic albums, and then they're talking about the Logic albums from like the year in the skits and the album is like 3000, and then discovering Logic is like the best rapper ever and blah blah blah. It was a reach, but it's his story, so I'm gonna give it to him. And it was dope. And then that's when he like the retirement came. The last album was like the finish of the painting. It's like it's the painting of him and the robots and everybody. That's the whole story. It's dope. The concept of that Logic album was fucking amazing. The last album, if you look at the last album, all those, it's a picture of the whole audio story from the previous 3 albums.
know, man, the art is there.
It's wild.
For sure with that guy. I don't know why I just can't connect with him.
We were just talking about that white rappers.
It's not because he's white. I like Mac Miller. I like Asher Roth.
Asher Roth, damn.
I haven't heard that name
Forever.
But Mac Miller.
And I'm one of the few people that
No,
actually
I
like
champion Mac.
music. And I can admit that. Nobody's checking for Asher.
I champion Mac Miller. Heavy. Asher Roth can rap, but he's not there. We was talking more like the lines of Russ. We were talking about like Russ and like Jack Harlow. Like, that
I
type
fuck with Jack Harlow's music. I fuck with Russ's music, even though some of it is a disconnect.
They're dope. Like they're dope. I think Russ lost me at the Joe Budden interview, and I like the Joe Budden interview. I like Russ. Again, the disconnect is like he feels entitled. Like he feels he should be part of, I'm gonna say, quote unquote black culture, quote unquote hip hop culture. Yes and no, because him talking about other white rappers, he would be like, and we shouldn't let them in, or we shouldn't let them do that. We shouldn't, like, already as it imposing, like he's already on this side. Like he's the one who drew the line in the sand to say white rappers, or he's better than white rappers, or X, Y, Z.
Know that they're the exception and the rule. They're like, well, if you don't like it, then y'all should never let me in. It's like, well, y'all should never let these niggas in. I'm one of them. I'm just actually good, so y'all can't hate on me.
Yes, it's that kind of.
You know what I mean? Like it's like y'all should never let the white boys in, but y'all did, and now look at me.
But I give it to Russ because again, it's all off the strength. Yeah. It's all off the arm.
I ain't gonna lie, man. After that, I ain't gonna lie. Joe Budden has I don't know what it is, man. It's funny enough. Joe Budden has a talent of bringing out. Well, no. Joe Budden has a talent of bringing sides out of people that I didn't know about or didn't see sometimes. He's a good talent with that. Like, I did not fuck with that nigga Ian Dunlap. Like, I couldn't connect with him. From the,
that's my nigga.
Earning Leisure?
Hell yeah, I've been following him for years.
I just felt like he just was a disconnect of like Jay said this before, like, there's certain people that talk good stuff and it just doesn't fully connect. Like, I feel like there's more to their plan when they're talking. Like, it feels like there's a pyramid scheme and control type thing.
With Ian,
wasn't like that for me with Ian, but just that was just an example of like it was just like I fuck with the Earn Your Leisure guys, but I don't know why you came around, and all of my never tapping in, never really paid in. I just off of the clips and when he would pop in, I was like, I just don't like his delivery. Like he's just very like nonchalant. Like
he's like, I'm gonna tell you,
I know it already.
Yes.
You should know it, and but then when he got him in this interview, a whole other completely different.
Yeah.
Like it showed more of who he is, what he is, and I'm like, oh no,
let me tell
I can definitely fuck with this nigga.
Yeah,
like,
let me tell you why.
Nah, he's cool.
Let me tell you why.
And that's what I'm saying. I could admit my perception was all off of not doing the research of who this person is. It was all off of the surface. And then when Joe gets him in an interview, I got like, oh shit. He did that shit with Russ. He did that shit with him. He got some shit out of Isaiah Rashad.
I like the Isaiah Rashad interview.
He did the Nicki Minaj
hard.
shit. It was good.
Yeah.
Like he got some sides, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with him. Like who was another person like Capella Gray, Blast. He gets certain like shit out of these people, and I'm like, damn, I admire that. Especially as a fellow journalist, appreciator, and worker. You know what I mean? As I do interviews as well with artists, like. I appreciate that somebody can like. That's what it's about. Interview is about. Okay, so what you know? I made this song. You want me to do a deep dive about my song all over? You go to Genius for that. You go here for that. But like, this interview should be more about me, about the person that you're interviewing. So how can we get more about this person on my platform and make them feel comfortable, and not make it just a marketing press scheme thing and make it feel natural? And Joe does a good job with that. He be editing his edit videos. I don't know how long he be there. Obviously, them niggas be there for what gets posted is 2-3 hours. But I know that they're there for longer. And he gets them in a comfortable state. Like, I don't think there's been a bad interview that I've seen. Like, I don't think there was a a bad interview that I've seen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he gets a good side. And he got, for example, the dude Ian, a perspective on him, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta start tapping into what he's doing more. Because I thought he was a nonchalant nigga, but he was like, he has this mentality. It's like, I'm
he been telling you. No, Ian talks to you like he been telling you the way.
Yes.
He been telling you the shit.
Yes.
And you ain't been listening.
Yes.
So, fuck you then. I'm gonna tell you again. Listen, I'm telling you then. You're not tapping in. Fuck you. Here it is. Free game. All right. You're not gonna listen. Talk to me when you do. Type shit.
But then they talked about more about why he is that way. Like, and without even asking him why he is that way. And he's like, I'm gonna give you the game. Like, you know, I'm all about, like, you know what I mean, giving the game. You know what I mean? And he was just talking. He's like, you know what? It's true. No matter how much I don't like the delivery, he is still giving the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is still giving the game. And he's like, I'll break this down in simplest terms. And like, he asked certain questions, and they got real. Cause the topic about it, honestly, we should watch the episode, honestly, because it was talking about like your purpose in life, and they had some real good conversations about like that's how. There's no way, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you get somebody that does something and then talk to them about their purpose in life and what their perception of what purpose in life is. That's how you interview somebody and get to know, oh, I ain't gonna lie, never heard a song from this nigga, but I like him. He has some perceptions and perspectives that I like and I respect. I'm gonna go listen. That's what I be trying to get, you know what I mean? That's how we use, like, of course I can ask him about every fucking song, every bar in the snow in the spring, but, you know, him talking about what he likes to drink and what he does on Wednesdays is gonna bring in the people that do the same thing on Wednesdays and drink the same thing. Or don't drink. And they're like, I don't know how that nigga do that. What's wrong with this nigga? How you gonna tap in?
Straight up.
You gotta bring different layers to you as a he.
I did the filming for the celebrity boxing event with Black China, and I was behind the scenes with this rapper J-Boy. And Maine's been telling me to have him on a podcast and come fuck with him and do some filming for him for some months now. Not even some months, I'm saying some weeks now. I'm like, I didn't even listen to no music. I didn't do anything just off of Instagram. I'm like, it's not really my vibe. It's really more like hoodish, blase. But sitting down talking with the nigga, coolest guy you ever met. Far, far away, nigga, stopped the fight. Nigga did the whole, like, far, far away from all of that shit. He's like, bro, I'm a vegan. I don't really play all that shit. Nigga, I'm here to get this money. And kept it thorough. I'm like, damn, I like him. Then I played the music, and I'm like, yo, he makes good music. And I don't know if I would have liked the music had me not knowing him and knowing him before.
You just still been hanging on to your perception, like, oh, he's trying to.
Yeah.
Like, he's trying to be something he's not.
Yes, and we didn't. I sat with him. We didn't talk nothing about music. We were kicking it, and we were just enjoying. It's like he was the homie. We were just enjoying the event, back and forth. But again, he's the star. Nigga, to treat him. He got red carpets, and he's running around with the star, and blase. But I'm like, he's a regular guy. Cause you've seen everybody else who thought they were somebody sitting next, and bro, he was. Yeah, he was cool about it. But again, even after that, we went out to downtown for Lauderdale. We're chilling in Capone's or some shit. And then he's like, nah, I only need french fries. I'm a vegan. Blase, some third. He's like, yeah, Santa Third. This is all. We're just breaking down game. I ain't gonna tell you all what he said me, but he's just breaking down game. I'm like, okay, I respect you. I respect you on a whole different level now. So now I can say it's a different authenticity to his shit.
Speaking of, shout out to Las Olas. Las Olas got the power, bro. I don't know what it is, because I had battled the fucking nigga that opened up for Wu-Tang, and literally, I gained way more respect for him after I battled him. Like, I was like, this nigga's freestyling up there, and I was like, this nigga's not nice. The whole time he's performing, I'm like, how did this nigga get to open up for Wu-Tang? This is disrespectful. This nigga's got a whole Hulu show. The whites love them to another level now. Like, even the whites that don't even like this music love the show. I love Wu-Tang. How did they get this motherfucker here? And I was like, you know what? I could beat this nigga in freestyle. I told you, I'll battle anybody. Nigga was outside after the event, and I was like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I could beat you. And we battled. And after the battle,
he tore your ass up.
It's up on the stage. I watched that shit. It was good.
I don't think I lost it.
I don't know. We see it. We're gonna tune in.
He's good, but at the end of the day,
he ain't gonna lie.
Professional rapper, so I would say that he get out of.
Damn,
Damn, niggas gonna say I won. That's cool. That's close enough for me. Bro, to be honest, he didn't beat you either.
Yeah. Yo, who won the battle?
Bro, you won the battle.
Dang. I know you being biased. That's my
I didn't know there was actually footage.
Nah, I thought I showed y'all this footage before.
I didn't know there was footage.
Because I was leaving.
Did we show this on the pod before? Did we show you?
No, not on the pod.
Nah.
You definitely probably showed it like at the
I showed it y'all though before. Yeah. I thought I showed it to you too.
I didn't know that.
Either way, I found out like he was freestyling and I was like, okay, he's not as mind you, it's in a battle sense. He's just freestyling to the crowd. Now it's in a battle sense, so now he's making little wittier stuff. It wasn't about the capability of him. I found out who he was. Like I found out he's a very active in his community. He always be doing certain this, and I'm like, that's how you got it. You got community reach out here. So if I come into this city or this area, who are the people that are actually known in the community? Boop. And this nigga rap. Easily choosing him for an opener.
Wanna come open up for us, bro?
Yeah, it's not even a no-brainer. You got a crowd of 1,500 people in this city already.
They gonna come out and see you.
Hey, bro, you busy Friday?
And let's Wu-Tang. Oh, yeah, we
You
gonna
busy Friday? Cause we Wu-Tang. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he pitched and asked and they were like, it made sense. Yeah. And whatever crowd he brought, because I did the freestyle with him and then somebody saw the freestyle and they were like, oh shit, I didn't know you knew da 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 da. He be doing community stuff, this and I was like,
tapped in.
I was like, word? I was like, wow, I was looking at his page, but I didn't just like, yeah, nah. This person that I respect their music taste and their music choices. And they're like, nah, he a dope dude. He dope. And I was like, wow, it's more to this fair-skinned guy trying to rap at a Black Wu-Tang show. It's more than that. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I've been learning to be accountable, man. You know, I admit when I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's what life's about. It's not respect the journey. That's part of the journey. There was no wins and losses there, no matter what you want to put it as. There was no...
Don't stop because of me, y'all. Do y'all thing.
There was no wins and losses there. Again, it was all journey.
That's what I'm saying. It didn't really feel like anybody was supposed to win or lose that one. The way y'all ended it.
Exactly. You see my point? Like, we was battling, we ended it on some, like, dap up shit. Like, it was literally just going back. Literally, there was no rounds. It was literally niggas just butting in after a few bars. Like, nigga said enough. I said some shit like, that's not even right. You performing for Wu-Tang and you white. Like, I was just saying this money shit, but he's like, oh, like Dread's hat. I'm about to kick it like the bucket. Fuck it. And he was just some shit, and I was like, okay, little rhyme scheme with my bucket hat there. I'm about to get on your ass, boy. Fuck out of here. You know, so it was cool, but you know, you never know. The least expected, man, after the clouds, bro.
Everybody's got their own.
That's my new album coming out. The least expected after the clouds.
The least expected after the clouds.
I already know. Things are like a DQ. Yo, I can't fuck with this. I can't. I took it too far.
The least expected after the clouds.
That's the name of the albums.
Oh, that makes sense.
He got the least expected and he got the after the clouds. But it makes sense for the new generation. Oh my God. Man. This is crazy.
Gee, shit. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, time out. We gotta take it back to a couple episodes
Take it
ago.
back. You know we gotta take it back. Take it back, dog. It's been a while since nigga took it back, dog.
Take it back to Pet Cemetery.
Oh, you're not listening to that episode of the day.
And we get to figure out what happened after.
Oh.
Did I tell your people then?
Oh, yeah, I told him, man.
Oh, good soul, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Good. I'm glad you listened to this. How did they take it?
It was sad, bro. It was fucking sad. I'm not gonna lie.
You would have robbed him for that.
Yeah, man. They were fucking sad, bro. Like, visibly sad for like 2 days. I was like, damn, dog.
And now y'all are closer, right? Y'all are in a better place.
Nigga, no.
like, no, I still fucking don't like them niggas, man. Fuck the fam.
No, it's not for the fan, but
Them niggas don't understand me, God.
it's just everyone's moving. It's like, don't say that. R.B. Lunston.
Are you gonna get him another one?
They're definitely not getting another cat. They said no more animals because they don't like the hurt of like if it runs away or dies. They don't like that shit. So they said no more pets.
No more pet to the thing, brother. Y'all set up the place with all your liquid. Y'all dead off the pet thing, brother. Can't kill off all the pet thing. I go a lot. What are you talking about?
How long did you wait? Like how long were they like?
It's on the same day.
On the same day after we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Just like the cat.
Nigga, did you laugh when you did that?
Nah, I was just like the cat ran over and they were like, "What? You saw it?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I saw him yesterday. I didn't know how to tell y'all last day."
Nigga still lied.
I didn't lie. I told him the truth. I said I saw him yesterday. I didn't know how to tell you guys, and when I came back, it was super late anyways, so everybody was asleep.
You told him the day after you saw it?
Yeah. That day I saw it, that's when I came to the podcast, and then I came back home like late as shit. Everybody was asleep, and then that's when I seen like they had shit out waiting, like as if
Said I can't do this.
And I was like, yeah, I got to for real. And then that morning I was like, yeah, I was like, don't wait for the cat, cause
I was like, hey, I'm about to go to work. Stop waiting for the cat.
Nah, I was like, I don't want you guys to be waiting for the cat, but I was like, the cat kind of got ran over though.
You said what?
And they were like, what?
Him what?
And I was like, yeah, the cat got ran over.
You sure I am?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. I drove. Yeah, they were like, are you sure?
In
I drove around
disbelief.
2 times. I was like, I drove around 2 times, seen him. They were like, damn.
Oh my gosh, you alright? Cute. Jamaicans will
That's crazy.
Bro, honestly, they were like that day he wanted to go outside so bad that day. So they were like rationalizing it. It was so weird. They were like he wanted to go out. He was yelling a lot that day. So they were like, they probably felt like he was gonna run outside.
When it's your time, it's your time. Nigga ran straight for it.
Or motherfucker's asshole ran over that cat.
One of the two.
Do you think people do that like on purpose?
Yeah. Sadly, this is a fucked up story. With my cousin's brother, I was in the back seat. This motherfucker, bro, he driving in the neighborhood, bro. You know the Coastman's got a bunch of ducks. This asshole fucking drives and fucking literally runs over a duck. And was laughing, and I was just like, let me out this car, please. Like, cause I was like, oh, this nigga's demented.
Yeah.
I was like, let me out this car, bro.
People who like kill animals and shit like that.
Yeah, it wasn't like on purpose. Like this nigga sped up and killed, like ran over the duck type shit. And I was like,
I know a dude who did the same thing. Like, and I was
so
like,
I
bro,
was
what
like,
the fuck?
So that's how I know people are fucked up to do some shit like that.
I know a dude was in an Explorer and did the same thing, but he.
I'm about to have a pet cemetery too.
Nah.
This nigga made a left and took out multiple ducks just for the fun of it.
What?
On Locks Road, just for the fun. I'm like, bro, you went out of your way to kill ducks. I'm like, you know, that's how they like.
That's all in your tire and
Yeah,
shit.
that's how you like characterize like serial killers. Like when kids used to like torture animals and shit.
Animals, yeah.
That's how you all those turn into.
That's the first sign. That's the first sign of like
some shit is wrong.
Yeah.
All them niggas is on some other shit.
So yeah, that is purposely killing animals and shit just for the fun of it and just kind of like smiling or acting like that's some cool shit. Like that's lame as fuck. fucked up being in that situation. You got no control over it. Like, for me, so people are demented out here, bro.
But I knew that kid was fucked up, so I kind of gets him a pass, and I exclude him from everybody else. You think random? I guess there is other people out there who just want to do dumb shit.
They don't have a purpose, so they just do things just to get attention. Think it's funny.
Nah, but killing like animals and shit is a different type of joy. You get different type of joy from that.
You think it's different from killing a person?
No,
Oh.
I think it's like progressive into that type of shit. I knew a kid in
Like,
Minnesota.
that's the start of it.
I ain't even gonna front.
Oh, okay.
I knew a kid in Minnesota.
You facts, you ain't gonna lie. The niggas that used to like that would like not mind dead cats when you were little, or like they would try to catch lizards and just kill bugs and shit like that. Like everybody killed bugs, but the nigga that was like literally searching for lizards to try to kill them or some shit like
burn ants.
or shoot down birds
Everyday type
with
shit.
their BB gun. You're like, I ain't gonna think I'm gonna keep hanging with you next period.
There was a
like,
dude.
As a young
much,
kid,
bro.
you have the discretion to be like,
He doing too much.
that's
He
not what
doing
I
too
want to
much.
do.
Yeah.
Some kids that just fall into it, follow like. I remember I used to hang with some kids that were just bad.
Listen,
But I
listen.
used to know how to tell the difference of like what I want to do.
Exactly. There was a kid in Minnesota. I don't remember his name. White kid, brown hair. But anyway, he would catch cats and try to and just bang them against a tree random numbers of times and see if it lived. And then he'd be like, oh, I guess he had 8 lives left. Oh, I guess he had 4 lives left, and just to see what happens.
Goddamn, scratch his ass, bite his ass. The fuck?
Yeah, put him in like a pillowcase and just beat him against a fucking telephone pole.
Niggas be sick, man.
Crazy shit. And he'd be like, oh, I guess he had, again, I guess that's like a thing he did like with his older brother or some dumb shit. But they catch a cat, put it multiple. I've seen it at least twice.
So what happened to this shit?
I have no idea. That was in Minnesota. It was him and his older brother. But when he got alone, niggas get rambunctious and shit.
Rambunctious.
This nigga would do it.
Cantankerous and dangerous.
Oh, I guess he had 4 lives left or some dumb shit, and just beat him till he dies. And it's like, oh.
This sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know where the fuck that kid is right now.
Who knows? Who cares? He's a bad person.
Yeah, that's a bad person.
We should wrap this shit up, but I have to say it. I always feel right. I feel like I'm out. I feel like I feel wrong if I don't.
Nah, we too in.
Huh?
We too deep. Trash can just being brought out. That's a sign of the street lights coming on.
It's the sign of the end of the episode too. That's it.
Alright, we gonna check y'all in on the next one. Been a blast from Lupe Fiasco.
Hey, yeah, facts.
Drill Music and Zion.
Facts. Snow in the Spring out now. Go listen to that.
Space.
Rock La Familia? Nigga, what is this? You Jay-Z? Dame Dash ass nigga?
Shout out to Rock.
Dame Dash?
I tell you, Young H.O. back game from dead. This nigga right here, Young H.O.
Like to take over
Young
the game,
horny.
so break bread.
Nigga dressed like Young Hov too.
So break bread, we out. Peace.